Hey guys, welcome to another old school StarCraft replay cast. We are once again here on Lost Temple as expected of these old school games, and we have a Terran versus Zerg between two Nal teammates. Nal was one of the largest clans on the US West server. So it looks like this was a practice game between two players here. Spawning here as the red Zerg at the 2 o'clock position is Rhett. If you don't know who Rhett is, he was one of the best foreign players to play Brood War. He actually went to Korea in 2009, early 2010 to attempt to become a pro gamer as part of the Eastro team, and then moved back to the Netherlands to pursue a StarCraft 2 career with Team Liquid. This game was played in February of 2004, so I believe Rhett would have been very young at this time. I'd say around 16 or 17. This was around the time where Nazgul decided to slow down, or rather stop playing the game. Not as much as he did while he was in Korea, so Rhett would become one of the best Dutch players, along with Strafe, who was a Protoss player at the time. And here at the 8 o'clock position as the orange Terran, as he is going for standard build, I know why I was looking at that, is SSamJang. If you don't know who SSamJang is, he is considered to be the first, well, one of the best first-generation pro gamers. Even though he did not win an on-game net Star League, he was one of the players that would be one of the, before Boxer, the faces of esports in Korea. He was in advertisements for a company called KoreaNet, and he also won a lot of tournaments back in the day. I think one of the biggest tournaments that he won was one of the BattleNet seasons in 1999. That being said, it is 2004, and around this time, I believe SSamJang was trying to make some sort of comeback into the pro gaming scene, as he did take a bit of a break away from StarCraft after his initial period of success in the late 90s, early 2000s. While he was proficient with all the races at the time, his best race was Terran, and it looks like during his little comeback here in early 2004, he has opted to play Terran here in this game against Rhett. Okay, so let's talk about the game that we are seeing so far. Really interesting to see Rhett actually go for the quick gas at the expansion. And my thinking is that because this 2 o'clock base on Lost Temple Game Eye version is not really that optimal being placed here, usually in the modern day maps you see it being placed up here, it allows for Rhett to grab a more efficient way of harvesting gas at this expansion. He's also actually going for a 2 hatchery build as well, so around this time, actually, 2 hatchery was pretty much the norm. We didn't really see players go for 3 hatch. If they did, they would be powering a lot of Zerglings off that. And the reason why Rhett has gone for the 2 hatch lair is because on this map, or at this position rather, it is kind of easy to get a sunken line down here. If he was spawning at the 12 o'clock position, he'd have to build a 3rd hatch here. So it is only that 12 o'clock where it's really hard for Zergs to get a sunken line unless you go for the 3 hatch. Do you see SSamJang pushing forward? He has gone for a 2 racks build. A lot of Marines trying to apply some pressure, but we've got the 1 sunken colony here to stop any sort of run-bys happening here. And we've actually got a proxy factory from SSamJang, along with this quick academy as expected of this build. So looks like we're going to see a proxy tank push from SSamJang. And it looks like Rhett is going to go for a quick Spire of 2 hatch, which is a pretty interesting build choice. Usually around this time we'd see Zerg players go for the quick lurkers to deal with the large amount of bio that the Terran is going for with the 2 barracks opening. Perhaps you'll also see a quick +1 on the Carapace as well to get those ground units a bit more tankier. Got the factory with the add-on as expected, and a quick engineering bay as well. Assume not only to deal with any detection, or to deal with the lurkers with the turrets giving detection, but also to help with any sort of Mutalisk transitions or Mutalisk openings that Red is actually going for right now. We got a 4th Sunken being built here from Ret, as he does see this army of SSamJang. Got a couple of medics coming up here for our Terran player as well, as we do see the siege tank as well as the siege mode being researched here. Got the bunker as well. I'm not sure if Ret is able to see that. Yes, he is. So you should know that something is up. Do see the Mutalisk being morphed from those eggs. We will need to have a good micro to deal with this little push that is happening here from SSamJang, as we do see the first tank coming out right next to the bunker. Although I'm not really a big fan of this particular position. Looks like he's just going to shell away at this extractor, which sure, it's nice to get that extractor down, but you want to get these Sunkens killed as quickly as possible before your opponent can get a nice unit count going, as those Mutalisks are starting to stack up in their unit count. That extractor is going to go down though. Sunkens are also on the way to being killed by these siege tanks. SSamJang, with a lot of turrets in the main base, already prepared for this tank for the Mutalisks. So also getting into the starport as well, probably going to get a radiate to deal with these Mutalisks. Rhett adding a 3rd hatchery to help with his production. He is hurting for gas though, as he did lose this expansion gas. And it's going to be very hard for Rhett to break through this contain. It does find a little avenue of space to get some damage done. Will definitely force this factory to at least lift up. He's actually trying to fight these Marines. Not sure if he has the range. Okay, it's around 4/5 of the way done. This factory will go down though. It's only got these 2 tanks, so if these 2 tanks die, that will be pretty much over for this push, unless Rhett... actually, no, it looks like Rhett's actually just using these Mutalisks to just try and pick and prod at this contain. Ooh, turrets though. The factory helping with the high ground, getting some damage done onto the Mutas. And looks like, here we go, we got Rhett coming in through with the Zerglings and Mutalisks to break through the containment, stim onto the Marines of SSamJang. Will be loaded back into the bunker. The bunker actually doing a lot of nice work here. Clears out the tanks, but a lot of the army of Rhett does go down. But I think at this stage, the contain has been cleared out. It's only these 4 Marines into this bunker, as well as these couple of medics. No more rallies from SSamJang, as he does decide to rebuild his army in his main base. And you can see, obviously, Rhett clearing up the rest of this army. Or does he? Should be clearing it out with this Zergling rally. Yep, it does. Here with the Zerglings. And has to lift up that factory again. That factory actually might die from the Mutas, so at least he does have that starport and science facility built already. He's also got that 1 vessel complete. got the Hydralisk Den complete here for Rhett. Lurker evolution is on the way, around 1/3 of the way done. And you can see the antiquity of this game. Early 2004, and we don't even see any upgrades for these ground units. 10 minutes in, and modern day, you'd see that +1 done by 7-8 minutes on the weapons. Such an essential part of the modern day Terran vs Zerg style. Do see Rhett now transitioning towards Lurkers, knowing that there's no factory, so the biggest weakness of going for Lurkerling was mass tanks. A lot of Terran players would either go for quick vessels or 2 factory tank to deal with the Lurkers, and he knows that that factory is just floating in the middle of the map, so going for the Lurkerling is a nice move here from Rhett, as we do see SSamJang looking to push forward here. He's got the D Matrix on that. Oh no, loses a vessel though. Sloppy play from SSamJang. He also loses that D Matrix Marine that was trying to soak up all the damage from the Sunkens, and SSamJang just loses his army, just basically nothing. His vessel has to run away as well, because Scourge could just be coming any minute now. Yep, and okay, that's why he wasn't paying attention, because there was a little counterattack here with Zerglings and Mulist that I missed. Apologies for that. And that's going to force a float from SSamJang. Rhett's expansion, his 3rd base. Up here at the 12 o'clock expansion. Got a small flock of units just being a nuisance for SSamJang. Rhett being really cost efficient here with one Lurker, 2 Mutalists, and 3 Zerglings. And Rhett knows that he has the advantage at the moment, so he's just going to drone up, try and not only saturate this base here at the 12 o'clock base, 12 o'clock expansion rather, but also at his main base as well. As he is getting the Queen's Nest. Surely we should be seeing some evolution chambers coming soon with that 3rd gas on the way for Rhett. As SSamJang struggling to get any sort of foothold in this game now that his container's been completely killed off. Do you see him build a 3rd command center, although that's the least of his worries. He's only got 3 barracks as well. You really need more barracks against a Zerg opponent that's got 3 bases going for him. And I love what Red is doing right now. Just droning up, because there's not really much SSamJang can do at the moment. He doesn't have the factory to deal with the Lurkers, with the tanks. The vessel count isn't too high at the moment. Haven't really seen too many Radiates, and even so, with 2 vessels, it's just not enough for SSamJang to deal with these Lurkers. He's got the Scourge as well here, Rhett, to deal with the vessels. SSamJang is about to mine out at his main base. Nice saturation here at the expansion for Rhett. Also taking his 12 o'clock as well, because there's not really much SSamJang can do off the one starport, just continuing to pump out vessels. That also means that there aren't going to be dropships that are going to threaten Rhett. Also saying that there are Scourge out on the map to deal with any dropships that do come out, if they do. Rhett also transitioning back into Mutalisk, and he transitions back because he's going for the Greater Spire. SSamJang does scan the main base, and he does see the Greater Spire being mutated. And just not much here from SSamJang. Oh no, loses both of those vessels as well. They also had a lot of energy on them too. That is just not good here for SSamJang. And you can see Rhett knows that he's got the win in his hand. He's probably going to morph these into Guardians, and without the vessel count, without the radiates to deal with Guardians, it should be over pretty soon. Got a couple of lurkers here, just being very obnoxious. Should be able to burrow out. The fourth gas is up and running here for Rhett. Really nice saturation here at the third. Actually, just generally really nice saturation everywhere. Just that droning up in the middle of the game once Rhett cleared out that contain that SSamJang put up. Just did a lot of, just doing a lot of wonders here. Has even got the 9 o'clock base as well. SSamJang does manage to push out though. Don't know how those Marines were able to get by, but it looks like he is spooked by this Zergling counterattack. We do have the Guardians coming in. Got the double evolution chambers finally. I'm not sure if he has crack as well on those Zerglings. Those Zerglings do get mopped up by this army of SSamJang. Doesn't look like he has crack though, but it doesn't really matter. There is an irradiate on one Guardian. It does have one Wraith to try and deal with these Guardians, but it's just not enough, especially with this Scourge. Does get a hit off onto the Wraith. Although one Scourge or one Mutalisk should be able to deal with that. Guardians continuing to rain a lot of damage onto SSamJang's expansion. Rhett continuing to just pump out units. It's got a lot of hatcheries to work with. It's also got this base as well. So that is what, 5 gas for our Zerg player, and they're all fully they're not depleted at all. So that is a lot of gas that's working in Rhett's favor. Should have the crack on the way, and it is on the way as I check. Around 3/4 of the way done. SSamJang mined out in the main base. He's only got this base that's currently mining at the moment. And it's just inevitable that SSamJang is going to tap out. Just very nice performance here from Rhett. Even though this one Wraith is going to clean up all these Guardians, we've got Ultras on the way for Rhett. As he is also getting the Tritonus plating upgrade for the extra 2 armor onto those Ultralisks, and without any sort of upgrades on, I don't think SSamJang has any upgrades at all. Yeah, no upgrades 18 minutes in. It's just unfathomable in 2025 to see. Rhett continuing to saturate his bases. This one, nice saturation here. Just building up that crackling army as he takes yet another base at his mineral natural. SSamJang still staying in this game. Frankly, I don't know why. He's lost his expansion. I mean, if we just have a look at what he knows, I don't think he's he's probably scanned those bases. It's just crossing his fingers that Rhett AFKs and just doesn't pay attention or something, but at this point it's just difficult. I don't see any way of SSamJang of winning this game. As the Ultraling continues to be produced. See if he's getting the upgrades. Yes, he is. +1/+1 is about to complete. Just finalizing the final few seconds of SSamJang's life in this game. Just do see the army of Crackling coming in. That is so many Ultras. 1 SSamJang, 1 Marine, no Marines. And in any minute we should see SSamJang leave the game. And that is a look at how Terran vs Zerg was in early 2004. SSamJang showing his age at the time of this game, not really having much of a plan after his initial push failed. and Rhett showing why he was one of the best foreign Zerg players in the world at the time. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the game, and I'll see you in the next one.